What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5-3. Man, I'm back again. I'm back again. Oh, man. As y'all can see, it's still kind of hot out here in Alabama. But anyway, on to the story. We ain't gonna take no whole long time. We ain't gonna take no whole long time, man. Listen, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. If you stay in an environment that's not conducive to promoting good health and welfare for you and your family, eventually you will be caught up in the things that go on in the toxic environment that you happen to be residing in. And I'm saying that to say that in the 1980s, man, I don't know. I can't make no excuses or what it is. I wasn't a very nice person. I wasn't a very I wasn't I was a plague for real. And that's the only thing I can put it on. At that time I was caught up in what a lot of other people was caught up in the city. I was caught up in it, man. I didn't have no respect for life, especially someone else's life. I didn't care, man. 8 to 80, blind, crippling, crazy, you could get it. You could get it. And granted, it was a lot of people like me. You know what I'm saying? It was probably some of me, and it was probably someone like me from the majority. I ain't gonna say from every set, but from a lot of the sets in LA. You know what I'm saying? Because the things that I was doing is because, you know what I'm saying, other sets around the city was doing certain stuff. And, you know, I was a competitor. I'm like, man, I'm going to make sure that Fire Trey Avalon is on the scoreboard. We're going to keep up with what everybody else got going on. And I'm saying that to say that, you know, it was a thing going on in LA in the 1980s where, you know, if a person, at first it started out, if they couldn't get you, they would get your family. But they was gonna look for you first. Then it got to the point where no, wasn't looking for you, period. Immediately was looking for your family, where you live, you know what I'm saying? And it was a ruthless, cutthroat thing, man, because, you know, at that back then, kids was getting it, you know, grandparents was getting it, regular parents was getting it, brothers, sisters, all that. LA was the wild, wild west, man. It was an open season on anybody and anything that moved. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of people around the city that was caught up in it, man. Um, it progressed from the typical drive by on your enemy's house. Okay, we find out where he lived. All right, bang, you know what I'm saying? Or just running up in the front yard, shooting up the house from the front, and then getting on. It progressed from that. You know what I'm saying? After certain incidents took place in LA, and some you know, some kids and you know, a mother got hit. After that, you know, the stuff be trending. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they did it. Oh, that's how they getting down. That's what they did. Ah, shoot, man. You know that we gonna do it too. A lot of people and a lot of sets thought like that. You know, a lot of people from a lot of sets start thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? So it like it opened up the door to just do whatever to your family. People wasn't looking for you no more. They was looking for your mama, your daddy, your grandparents. They was looking for your sisters, your brothers. They were looking for your kids. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know it's going to be a lot of y'all on this video like, oh, that's horrible. That's, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm giving it to you in the raw. I'm just telling you what it was. A lot of y'all want to know about the LA history. A lot of y'all want to know about LA culture. A lot of y'all want to know about the LA gang scene, how stuff was going. Well, I'm giving you the dark underbelly part of it that a lot of other people just don't talk about or haven't been talking about. Now, this might be a little bit too much for some of y'all's stomach, but the thing is, it was reality. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be a realist than a fakist, so I'm gonna give it to you in the raw. Y'all know I'm transparent. I'm gonna tell you like it TI is, you know. So anyway, that's how stuff was going, man, around the city. in between the mid. Anyway, my bad. Anyway, like I said, around the city, it was going bad, man. Between the mid 1980s, I'm gonna say between the all through the 80s, put it like that. Mid 1980s on up into the 90s, but stuff was going down, man, and it was. Right now, today, I can look back and say, man, that's messed up. That was horrible. But I'm not gonna lie. At that time, I was caught up in it. I was knee deep. I was knee deep. Man, look, if you beefed with my set and I was on the streets, I didn't have to find you no more. Let me find somebody that was related to you. Everybody, everything can get it. I remember tell you an incident one time. My OG homeboy Wolf. And y'all seen Wolf on some of the old videos. Old dude, old, but he my G homie, OG Wolf. This was back in the 80s. I'll never forget. We was standing out one day. It was me and two of the homies, and I told y'all this story before, and the G homie pulled up, and he was like, "Cuz." We was like, "What's up?" He was like, "Man, I'm gonna use the term blood, but at that time, no, that was not the term he used, and it was not the term we used. Y'all know the other word we said." He said, "Hey, man, it's some whoopty bams around the corner." We were like, "Where?" "On 4-7. You know what I'm saying? On 4-7. That's the set. In case a lot of y'all don't know, even though we 53rd Street, our set pushes all the way back to like 45th Street. All that's fire trade. But anyway, and 4-7 was one of our main streets that we really hung out on, that we really, was on. And the homie said on 4-7. I'm like, what? Me being robo banger like I was. I'm like, what? Cuz, come on. Me and two more of the homies jumped in the car. Come down the street, and it was about 6 old people on the porch. It was about 6 old people on the porch. And you could tell they were on their way going to a funeral, or they were coming back from the funeral. But now the only thing is, even though it was like 6 or 7 older people, like when I say older, in they 60s, 70s on up, it was 2 dudes standing on the porch with red sweatshirts on, youngsters. And and the old people they didn't even exist to me. I didn't see them, did not care to see them. It didn't make me no difference. What I seen was 2 dudes with them colored shirts on. And back then, no, that was a no. We was color banging at its best at that time. No, heck no, not in my set. Man, listen, when I pulled up, I looked, I stopped. I had a 357 at the time. Man, when I come up, I look, boom, I spun, I come out the window, I'm finna light the whole porch up. One of my homies stopped me, he like, "Cuz, no." I'm like, "Man, what you tripping on, man? There goes some whoop whoop whams." They hadn't even seen the car pull up. Some of the old people were starting to notice it, and he was like, "Man, all the old people." And I was like, "Man, I don't give a F about them, cuz I'm finna bust." And I went to do it again. He stopped me, and he caused such emotion that the dudes on the porch finally looked up, they ran in the house. We ended up pulling off, and a whole bunch of other stuff took place. You'd have to find that story. But, that was the mentality. That was my mentality, and that was the mentality of a lot of gangbangers in LA at that time. We didn't care about nothing. Just a bunch of little young mad dogs running around doing whatever. And at that time, yeah, I was gonna shoot and didn't care about what I hit. Um, I can honestly say that is not me of today. Now, a lot of people wouldn't tell you the stuff I'm finna tell you, because they worried about how you gonna look at them. Me personally, I don't give a dang how you look at me. I'm just telling my stories. I'm giving to you what my past was. I'm 60 years old now. I'm telling you about stuff I did back when I was in my 20s. The stuff I'm telling you now, would I do it today? No. Do I approve of it today? No. But now, if y'all want to look at me a certain type way because I'm telling y'all about what I did back then, and oh, he's a monster. Hey, get in line, because I was diagnosed as that years and years ago by several psychiatrists. So hey, but I proved all of them wrong because I'm very successful now, and I came up out that mind frame. But anyway, back to the story. That was a type thing, man. We would go out our way And I wasn't by myself with this, but now, yeah, we would go on our way to find out where certain enemies lived. And you know what I'm saying? LA was on some kick the dough in and shoot whatever moved. Point blank. Kick the dough in and shoot whatever moved. I remember it had escalated to the point early on in our war, like for instance, like the example, early on in our war with the four trays. My set threw hand grenades. My set threw hand grenades in somebody from they set house, in their mama house, knowing it wasn't nobody but her and two, three youngsters up in there. Didn't give a dang. It was what it was. It was gonna be what it was gonna be, or see. You know what I'm saying? Throw them hand grenades right up in there. They were duds though. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go off. They were duds. But this is the mentality, man. Dudes had progress to throwing hand grenades. You know, um, I've had some times to where I spared a person. I told y'all the story about one night when me and my homeboy was out robbing, and I went to rob this Mexican man and this Mexican lady, and the homie, he snatched the purse, and I drew down on the dude. The dude had his back to me, locking his car door. When he turned around, he had a big old giant Bible in his hand, and I snapped on him. Whoa, 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 whoa. And only thing he said to me was, "Hey man, Jesus loves you." And that was all it took, man. That's one of the reasons why I know God is good, because you know what I'm saying. Some spoke to my spirit and told me, "Tune, if you rob these people, you won't live to see the weekend." And this was on a Tuesday. I never forget. I told the story. You can go back and find the story, and everything I'm telling you is right here. This was on a Tuesday, man. And when the man said that to me, I said, "What?" He said, "Man, Jesus loves you." And I'm looking at him, and my spirit spoke to me, said, "Tune, if you rob these people, you will not live to see the weekend." And I knew that was God talking to me. Man, I made the homie get that lady back her purse, and we got the F home. Left them alone, just left them alone. Shoot, man, one of them things. But I'm telling all that to get to the story, the main story I was about to tell. Man, listen, this was back in the 1980s. I'm not gonna say exactly what year because of other stuff that took place, but we had just been shot at. Not when I say we, I'm talking about some homies from the set. Who exactly it was did it? We don't know. And protocol is back then, if you get bust on, and the people who busted on you don't holler the set out, you don't know who to hit. Hit everybody within a 360-degree circle of you that you don't get along with. If they in that, now I ain't saying we would go way to the west side looking for people. No, if you was in the immediate surrounding of us, whether you go left, right, up, or down, the first enemy set that we got to, they got it. So everybody that we beefed with that was in our immediate vicinity, they were going to be hit. And that's how a lot of other sets did it too. That's how we were groomed and taught to do it. So here it is, one night when we got bust on, didn't know who did it. So the next night we like, okay, cool. And one of the homies that got hit, he got hit in the arm or something. It didn't really do a whole lot of damage to him, but still in all, the way my mind worked, I'm like, okay, you have the audacity. You mean to tell me you have the audacity to bust on fire tray and I'm on the street? Oh no. Usually people knew when I went to jail, and usually what they would do, they would shake their tail feathers when they knew me and Crazy Ray was gone. Especially when we both was gone. But for sure when I was gone. Man, listen. So now when something took place and when I was on the street, man, I was like, ooh wee, especially if I knew what set it was. I guarantee you, I promise you, I hit them 3 days straight. I hit them 3 days straight. Boom, boom, boom. That was my mental. That was my get down. Whoever I'm going at, if I'm hitting them, I'm gonna hit them Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, or I'm gonna hit them Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, or Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, whatever it is. It had to be 3 days straight, back to back to back. And back then, I didn't give a goddamn who I got. He was gonna get got. He was gonna know. And then I was hollering the set out when I did it. You know, and then back, if you go far enough back, we were so stupid back then, we would say our name and holler to set out. Just dumb for free, man. Just dumb for free. But, you know, dudes was chasing a reputation. Dudes was chasing that reputation. They wanted to be known. They wanted their name up in lights. Chasing a reputation, man. Yeah, it been times, man, I pulled up to put in work, and I'm trying to holler, yes, Eastside Avalon, Gangsta Crib, Fire Trey, Ridgeville, Southport. By that time, whoever I come to shoot, they done ran off. They're like, man, what? They done took off. They done ran. So I remember Ray used to say, man, shorten it up, homie. Just say Avalon and bust. I'm like, all right. But on this day, the next day when we was going out, I'ma say who we was going to hit. The car with me, my car, who was in my car, me and it was two more homies. I was the shooter. The homie was the driver, and there was another homie in the back seat. So the homie that was driving was my homie Crazy Ray, and we went to go hit the 30 Power Rules. Other homies, some homies went to the Outlaws. Some homies was going to the my cat. Some homies was going to hit the 30 Power Rules. Some homies was going to hit the Pueblos. Some homies was going to hit the Villains. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it was back then. This is way before we fell out with the four trays, and this is way before we got cool with the Pueblos. This is when gang banging was at its purest. This is when the gang banging was at its purest form. So anyway, we going, man, it's a dude. He had just, we went down the street, and when we went down the street, we passed. I'm not gonna say what street we was on, none of that. But we passed the dude. He had just come out the house, and when we passed it, the dude that came out the house, he had a baby in his arm, but he had a red rag out his back pocket, and he was leaving out the house, and his back was turned to the streets. He didn't see us pass by. He had the baby in his arm, and he was like saying something to whoever that was in the house, and he was pulling the door up. And so I told Ray, I'm like, ooh, cuz, look, cuz, ooh, wait. I say, cuz, hit the block, come back around. So by the time me and Ray came back around, the dude in whoever this dude was, he had walked over. He had came down the walkway. He had walked, I guess, in the back or the front of his car, and he was holding the baby in his arm, but he was opening up the driver's side to get in. When we pulled, he's standing right here. His car is right here. This is him standing here. We pulled right up on him. He's right there at my window. When I tell you we pulled right up on him, I could have reached out the window and hit his arm. We was that close. And Ray pulled so close, he jumped and looked. He said, "Oh!" He made a noise like that. "Oh!" And he got the baby. When he turned around, I got the heat on him. When I tell you it ain't no more than about 1.5 feet from him, I got it on him. So the dude looking, he was like, man, and he said, what he said, I don't know why it didn't make me pull the trigger, but he said it unconsciously. One thing you got to learn, when you use your word, whether it's cuz or blood, when you use it so much, you will involuntarily use it when you startle, because I do that still right today. Somehow I'm like, oh, cuz. You know what I'm saying? It's just reflex. You grew up like that. Part of your environment. You grew up. And when the dude turned around, I got him like this. He leaned back. He said, "Oh, blood." I said, "No, not today, partner. You dead." I told him, I said, "It's Avalon." And he got his hand like this, but he got the baby in his arm. And I looked at that little baby, man. And I couldn't do it. I didn't think I was going to ever tell this story, you know. But I'm telling it. I couldn't do it. I got him. He was froze. He just stuck. He don't want to run or try to run because he don't want to be shot. But I'm looking at this little baby in this dude's arms, man. And I couldn't do it, y'all. I just couldn't do it, man. Call me what you want to call me, but I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. And Ray was like, "What's up, cuz? Man, bust on him, bust on him." And I got the guy. I said, "No, cuz, no." I said, "No." I looked back at Ray. I said, "Pull off, homie, pull off." He said, "Pull off." I said, "Cuz, just pull off, homie, pull off. We get somebody else." And Ray pulled off. And when we pulled off, we looking, the dude standing there with the baby in his arm. He just looking at the car leave. He just looking at the car leave. And right before we pulled off, though, when I'm looking at him, I told him, "Not today, boy." I say, "Not today, homie, not today." And we just pulled off. I'm like, dang. When we got back to the park, Ray asked me. Ray was like, "Cuz, dang, what's up with that? What's up with that?" I'm like, "Homie, I didn't want to do it, homie." I say, "Cuz, we'll catch somebody else. We'll catch somebody else." But see, the homie in the back seat, he in his mind, he understand it because he wasn't that type dude. He wasn't a sociopath on the loose like me, you know. But now Ray, on the other hand, Ray know my get out. He know how I am. He know what I've done in the past. He know what we've done in the past, and he know that something like that, man. What? Come on, man. He know me, and so with me not doing, not busting on him, Ray like, hey, he asked me, say, "Cuz, you all right? You cool?" I'm like, "Yeah, cuz I just didn't want to do it. I mean, not that boy, not him." He was like, "Cuz, I ain't tripping on him. Hey, we'll catch something. I'm like, cool. Cause in fact, we waited a little bit more time when other homies was coming back, talking about what they did and how it happened and this, that, and the other. I had to redeem myself. I was like, hold up, y'all. Y'all just be cool. Come on, Ray, let's go. We jumped in the car and took off. We didn't go back to the 30 Power Rules. We went down. We went down on the other side. We went someplace else. We went someplace else. It was way past Slauson, though, on the other side of Slauson. We went down there and, did our thug thizzle and came on back. And I felt I had to do that because I felt I dropped the ball. But now I look at it today, and I look at it as, it wasn't so much as me dropping the ball. Really, what it was so much. What it really was me starting to get in touch with my humanity, because I had lost my humanity at one time, y'all. I did not care about another human's life. 8 to 80, blind, crippling, crazy. I really didn't. And I guess, I just started getting in touch with my humanity, like, no, this ain't right. Don't do this one. No, don't do this. And to this day, I'm glad I didn't, man. I'm really glad I didn't. I'm just really glad I didn't, y'all. But anyway, that's me, being transparent again. Hey, boy, if y'all only knew, it was a person said in the comments one time, "Man, listen, if Toon telling this story and the ones he telling, imagine the ones he got that he ain't telling. Imagine the stories he got that he ain't talking about." Partner, whoever you were that said that, if you only knew how correct you were. If you only knew the stories that I don't talk about, that I don't tell y'all, man, boy, I could write a book about the stories I've told y'all. But the stories that I've never told y'all about, that's a whole nother book, homie. With a parental discretion sticker on it, It is what it is. It was what it was. It's going to be what it's going to be. Or see, homie, It's me, man, your big partner, Cartoon 53. I'm out of here, man. Tell the people you love them. And I represent the gangsters, homie. The Avalon gangsters. I'm out. Peace.